Welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today we're in the town of Gilbert, honoring its big inaugural win as a 2019 Best City for Business in Arizona, presented by the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The BCB of Arizona Award was developed to showcase and highlight a city or town committed to supporting the role businesses play in driving economic development, reducing regulatory burdens on business, and working with the business community to improve the local quality of life. In the fall of 2018, the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry formed a working committee to create a program that focuses on the economic development of excellence at a local level. Take a look. We're here in Gilbert City Hall recognizing the town of Gilbert for being recognized as the 2019 Best City for Business in Arizona. And joining me now is Councilmember Bridget Peterson to tell us more about this wonderful community. Welcome, Bridget.
Thank you.
First off, give us some history behind the town of Gilbert.
Gilbert is 99 years old this year. Next year in 2020, we'll be celebrating our centennial. Gilbert has a long history here in the Valley, being the hay capital of the world from many years ago, and we're known for now our great restaurants, our great businesses, and of course our kind people.
Wow, quite a milestone in recognition for sure. So if someone isn't familiar with the town of Gilbert, what can they expect when they come here?
I think they can expect for people to be very friendly, kind, open, and they're going to have very delicious food, especially if they visit our Heritage District.
Absolutely. So the town of Gilbert definitely has experienced significant economic growth. Why is that?
I think it's because we always find ourselves in the top lists. For instance, top 5 for corporate executives and top 3 for best place to live, most livable city, and second safest city in the United States. I think those are great reasons. And when you look at top 5 for executives, we have high top school districts here in Gilbert, and those executives need places for their families to live and to grow and to play, and that's a great example of why they come here.
So the town of Gilbert was recently recognized with a very special award.
Yes.
Tell us more about that exciting news.
Well, I think we're really proud anytime that we can earn an award here in Gilbert, and to be recognized by your peers in the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry is really phenomenal, and I think it really comes down to our great team and how we've created really business-friendly development processes, and we have town staff that is just here to help you no matter what your needs are. We also have really creative developments here in Gilbert that businesses want to be a part of, and really great access to the freeways so that, again, they can get around the valley any way that they need to or any time that they need to. As we move forward and look for our future, we're looking at being innovative, being creative, being a really good partner to our businesses, to our education, to our residents, and finding ways that we can take this town into the future. We're 250,000 people now. We know that we're continuing to grow and probably going to add maybe 80,000 more people. So there's always those growing pains, but we look to do that in a really creative and innovative manner. And we're really excited to see where we take Gilbert.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Bridget, for having us out today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information on the town of Gilbert, just head over to the website on your screen. The BCB Award serves as an endorsement from the business community and is supported by the Chamber, Chamber Business News, the Arizona Chamber Foundation, Cox Communications, and Chamber members. We'll be back with more and doing more right after this. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're here in the town of Gilbert celebrating its inaugural win as a 2019 Best City for Business in Arizona, sponsored by the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Did you know the town of Gilbert was incorporated on July 6, 1920? The town was a prime farming community fueled by the construction of the Roosevelt Dam and the Eastern and Consolidated Canals in 1911. It remained an agriculture town for many years and was known as the hay capital of the world until the late 1920s. It's relatively a new community that has seen tremendous growth during the past 2 decades. As the town celebrates 99 years of Gilbert history, each Gilbert mayor has triumphed in creating a community of excellence. As I get ready to enjoy a delicious cup of coffee right here from Burgie's Coffee, let's take a look at this event that honored our educators through American history and the beauty of the ocean. Take a look.
Odyssey Aquarium is so unique, and not only is it fun for families, but it's also educational.
We have over 300 species of animals, marine life, some terrestrial animals as well.
We have experiences where our guests can come in and really learn about the aquatic life and what's going on in the oceans today and the rivers and the streams.
Just need to see your credentials. How are you?
Well, tonight we are celebrating educators. We had over 1,400 educators sign up for our event, so we knew it was going to be a success. We wanted to give them the opportunity to see our facilities and to check us out and to just really see how that educational component plays into their classroom and how we can work together for our community.
We have a lot of endangered species in our building, and a lot of them are locally endangered, especially in the freshwater environment, that people don't know about. So it's a great opportunity for them to come in and also talk about all of our educational initiatives and programs to just show what we have to offer and some of the tools that we can give them.
Our educators are going to experience Titanic, the artifact exhibition. Inside this exhibition, they're going to be seeing actual artifacts from the Titanic and take that back to their classroom. In addition, we have a whole theater full of educator resources. So our friends from Cox are here, our friends from Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary are here, Powell Place, lots of teacher resources. And then we have some professional development tonight. So if you experience Odyssey Aquarium, our educators are going to go home with a couple hours of professional development because we understand that that's an important part of them achieving their goals as educators as well.
I think it's important to educate our youth about reducing waste and recycling, and that's why we carry some products that are of recycled product. We have our Green Toys collection, which are 100% made of recycled milk jugs. So the teachers can bring that knowledge of how can we recycle and what can we do with that recycled product to turn it into something that we can use and benefit from in a day-to-day life and keep it out of the environment. I really think that the Educator Appreciation Night would really make a big impact on the classrooms and the education system, having that knowledge that they will learn here at Odyssey to take back into their rooms.
In Arizona, we don't get many opportunities to be around sea life, but we are able to bring our students here and they get to participate, touch the animals, see the animals up close where they might not have that opportunity otherwise.
I really look forward to kind of bring in the beauty of all the different species and all the different things that happen in human history, from like the Titanic exhibit all the way through like the fish and all the different sea creatures and things like that.
Our educators are awesome. They come out all year long with their field trips. They have families of their own. They're supporting us and we want to give back and support them as well.
The Odyssey Aquarium Educator Appreciation Night was a successful event which hosted 1,400 registered educators during Teacher Appreciation Week. This free event allowed the educators to receive a first exclusive look at the Titanic exhibit and tour the largest aquarium in the Southwest. Plus, they all received a professional development certificate, which included field trip opportunities. We had a chance to visit the Washington School District for the Connect to Compete initiative, where families pre-qualified to receive free computers. Take a look.
The Sunny Slope area is a very diverse area, and there are several pockets of pretty low socioeconomic status, a lot of working poor parents, and sometimes the kids don't have the opportunities at home. And we're working with Cox to help students get computers in the home.
We're proud to partner with the Washington School District to help bridge the digital divide in our community. We're at Sunny Slope School distributing more than 60 new Chromebook devices to families at the Washington School District who qualify for our Connect to Compete program. Connect to Compete is our low-cost internet for low-income qualifying families with school-aged children in the household. Access to the internet is critical. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And for our students, they need internet to be checking homework, to be communicating with their teachers. So that's why our Connect to Compete program is so important to be supporting our community. Our volunteers are showing the families how to utilize this device and also showing them where they can find digital literacy training online for free provided by Cox Communications.
When you watch some of the kids with the computer in their hands, it's almost like just giving them a magical instrument that they then can go home and explore and come back and talk to teachers, come back and talk to their friends about the things that they're learning and that they're being given the opportunity to learn from is pretty amazing. And when you see a kid's face light up to the opportunities that they're going to have, it's pretty magical.
I never had a laptop, so I'm happy that I got a new one today. It will help me in school. I could go on Google and do math stuff on the computers.
I want my family to be proud of me and do good things in life. I'm gonna keep this until I go to college. Gonna rock it. Thank you, Cox, for giving me a laptop, and for the internet. I appreciate Cox. Cox is the best.
It means a lot to the students and the families to know that people outside of their norm care, and they care enough to provide opportunities to their children and to them to be able to give their families things that sometimes we take for granted. It's definitely a family enrichment opportunity, and we so appreciate everything that Cox has done to help make this possible.
Giving back to the community is a big part of Cox Communications, and today is just another example of how we do that. If any families are interested in signing up for the Connect to Compete program, they can visit our website at cox.com/low-cost-internet.
What an inspiring story. We'll be right back after this. We're here in downtown Gilbert, where they were named the 2019 Best City to Do Business in Arizona. While Gilbert is growing to be one of the largest municipalities in Arizona, the community remains youthful and vibrant. As I take a little break here on Gilbert's Canal Trail, check out Casa de Amparo Resource Center, supported by Bassett Furniture.
Casa de Amparo has been around since 1978. Originally, our youth were housed in the old San Luis Rey Mission in Oceanside, and now we're in the Twin Oaks Valley in San Marcos with a beautiful campus. We work with children and families who've experienced chronic trauma over their lifetime, and we're here to help heal that and help them go on with their lives.
I started off straight into foster care when I was born due to the drug addiction of both of my parents.
Casa de Amparo was such an easy fit for us as a family, number one, but for me specifically because of servicing the needs of children who have no voice, who are traumatized, who have been abused and neglected.
Here in San Diego County, it might be alarming and surprising to people to know that we have over 20,000 substantiated cases of child abuse every single year.
The girls come to us they're placed by the counties.
We're able to serve over 1,000 children every year and close to 1,000 families.
I always told myself, seeing that my mother passed away through domestic violence, that I would never put myself in that position. And if it ever happened, I would leave. But it's easier said than done.
These are foster youth who are not able to manage in a foster home environment.
Because they've grown up in settings where where that behavior was adaptive, it allowed them to survive.
Their trauma is far too outreaching, and they need the care of clinicians.
So now we have to work with them to create safety so that we can eliminate those behaviors and help them replace it with new behaviors.
I had the biggest blessing, and I now have a almost 2-year-old son named Houston, and that is my pride and joy. I love him, I love him, I love him. And I just don't want him to have the childhood that I had.
My husband and I have been a part of the San Marcos community in our businesses since 1993.
One of the beautiful things about Kayleen is that she started here at Casa de Amparo years ago when we were at the shelter with a church group.
How can we best give back is to volunteer our time.
We've been so privileged to have their support because without donors like Bassett, we would not be able to provide the services we provide.
We have not only a family value, but a company value that we care about people.
In order to really change the cycle of abuse, we need that extra support, those extra funds.
We've given our staff the opportunity to volunteer, being a part of Bassett Home Furnishings or going out on their own. So just the fact of take the time to give.
We can't thank our local community enough and partners like Bassett Furniture and the work that they're willing to do on behalf of children throughout this community.
We also traveled to the East Coast to visit with the 2019 Cox Charities Community Grant recipients who are helping youth reach their full potential. Take a look.
The goal of our program is to make sure that all of our members, especially those kids who need us the most, realize their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens.
I like coming here because I have something to do after school. What I've gained from the program is knowledge and freedom.
Enrichment programs are critical to after school because we know that what's happening after school is directly influencing what's happening for kids in the classroom.
Enrichment programs like the Center for Dynamic Learning allow students to reach beyond the classroom. The investment from Cox Charities will allow us to work with 55 high school age youth as practicing professionals in the field of engineering.
I like coming here because it's always teaching me something new. Before I did this program, I never was into manufacturing, and now I really enjoy doing it.
Everyone here is really nice and they make me a better person.
The Cox Charities Grant helps support the activities that our AmeriCorps members are providing our students in the after-school space.
If you ever are feeling in your school alone or that there's a lack of resources, that is what City Year does. We kind of come in and fill in wherever we really need to.
This is where we engage students and they learn STEAM skills through their own passions and interests.
Steambox is a place where you can come and hang out and also learn what you want to learn in some of the most interesting and fun ways possible. I like Steambox because it's sort of an open door where we can find opportunities to share with the world and have the world sort of come to us.
The Cox Charities Grant would allow us to make investments and enhancements on our STEM curriculum. We thank you for your investments and for your desire to give back and to make investments in the youth of Rhode Island.
Kids at Newport Community School love to come after school. They love spending time in enrichment programs, and they love to be with their peers and develop relationships with our teachers and our staff.
A priority for Connecting for Children and Families is to provide high-quality, engaging after-school programs so that students will succeed in school and in life. When young people are consistently engaged in out-of-school time programs, they are more likely to do better in school and to demonstrate improvements in health and behavior.
We have a large number of students interested in learning more about science, technology, engineering, and math.
I like to come to this class because I want to learn more about robotics, how to control a robot, and learn more about technology.
Everything seems to be revolving around technology. The future jobs are jobs we haven't even imagined yet.
I most definitely will choose a career with technology. Yeah, it was a good experience.
Thank you to Cox Charities for being a champion for our kids.
Thank you to Cox Charity. Your support helps our students not only academically, but also helps build a better future for them.
A wholehearted thank you. From the bottom of my toes to the top of my head, we cannot thank you enough because you are really enabling us to do what we're doing.
We'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. While I enjoy this prickly pear ice cream here in downtown Gilbert, let's take a look at this event that took place in San Diego, California that highlights exciting innovations through the Startup Initiative.
The idea around building a startup is a little different than just starting a small business. We want to build impactful businesses, things that are changing our lives, curing cancer, changing the way we get to work. And so to do that, you have to think big. You gotta hit home runs, or at least swing for them.
The people that are coming to San Diego Startup Week are either aspiring entrepreneurs, folks who already have customers and are growing their business, folks who are seeking greater investment, but everyone's looking to give back in some way, shape, or form, right? So we create this shared stage and this platform for learning and experiential learning and workshops and also having fun. We also have investors here that are looking to invest in these companies and individuals. This is all about relationship building, deepening our knowledge so that we become better service to our customers, we're in better service to each other, and we have a strong sense of community, because that's really what this is all about.
This event has grown incredibly over the last 7 years, and it started with a few hundred people and has now gone to several thousand. It's critical to the San Diego startup culture here, and it's been a pinnacle movement here in San Diego.
It used to be in San Diego that 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if you could spell HTML, then you could get a job. And now, as we know, the ecosystem that we're all working in to solve big problems and scale rapidly and build collective energy requires a lot of different tech and a lot of different skills. And we are emerging as a place that is a hotbed for talent, and that's being proven time and again, year after year, and it's only getting better.
It is a hard road to say, I'm all in on chasing my dreams of starting my own business, right? And so we want to be that front door that welcomes you and orients you. But when we say you, there's a big population that's affected there, right? I think female founders is very much an underserved community, and we hope to be as inclusive as possible, where we build programming that welcomes them just as much as the entire community.
The volunteers and the staff at Startup Week did a really great job of creating an inclusive environment. And it didn't take long for me to just feel comfortable. And next thing I knew, I was shaking hands with people that I'd never met before, and it was a game changer for me as a new business owner in San Diego.
Our sponsors are what allow this to function and what allow us to create an affordable price point for our attendees. And Cox Business has been with us since the beginning.
The great thing about Cox Business is that we kind of see ourselves as a 120-year-old startup. And so when we tell this story to the startup community here, it's very powerful in that people start to recognize us as not just a cable company or not just a business solutions provider, but really somebody who's invested in the startup community.
You are master of your ship. You're setting your own destiny, but you don't have to be alone in it. And we want to surround you in a community that says we're all in this together and we're better together. A rising tide floats all boats. So that's our big mission.
I want to thank the Town of Gilbert for creating an environment where communities can flourish and businesses can grow and thrive. With access to an educated and diverse workforce, a pipeline of emerging technologies from statewide universities, ease of market access, and an unbeatable quality of life, it's no wonder why the Town of Gilbert was chosen as the 2019 Best City for Business in Arizona. On behalf of Cox Communications and the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry, congratulations. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.